a little bit
Mm-hmm.
like still figuring it out. Like he gets the shit kicked out of him a lot in this movie, which is
Yes.
something that for some people was controversial. For me, I thought it was well developed because the huge reason he gets the shit kicked out of him all the time is part of the Boy Scout isms, and it's because he doesn't want to fight and he lets people beat him up.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to kill.
Was I thought that was a nice detail because there was a part of it where I think it was during the big kaiju fight moment, which feels like another James Gunn thing to have Superman being like, I'm gonna fight like a Godzilla.
Yeah. And it is fun though to have like something that is, it's a kaiju, so it looks completely alien. It is a monster. It doesn't have any lines of dialogue where it emotes feeling or anything, but to have Superman still actively make the decision to save it and not want to kill it.
Well, yeah, he's like, guys, can't we like take it to like an intergalactic zoo or something?
Yeah.
And he's getting like beaten the shit out of by it. And they're like, and then that's when he has the quote unquote Justice Gang show up, and they're the more James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy style heroes. Basically, like
fun.
they have,
they are fun. Like Nathan Fillion
as Green Lantern. Isabella Merced, I think, is playing Hawk Girl. Who am I missing here?
It's the guy that plays Mr. Terrific, I think. He's great.
Yeah, Eddie Gathegi. Yeah, he's actually very funny.
Yeah, and he's really in it a lot.
Mr. Terrific.
He ends up teaming up with Superman probably the most. He has the most like one-on-one time with him, I would say. And
because he's the one who gets the whole subplot with Lois Lane where they actually try to like save Superman, right? So he definitely gets like some of them. He gets one of the biggest sort of subplots of the movie.
And it is like a good a difference with Superman because Mr. Terrific's demeanor is very like stoic and precise and calculated, and Superman, this version of him, it still has all the sincerity, I would say, and the hope that you need from Superman. There is still a little bit of that like undercutting that has to happen with irony because it's Gunn, and I just don't think he can help himself. Most of the time when he's delivering like a big hopeful Superman speech, he does it with complete authenticity and sincerity, but every once in a while you'll get that.
It's worth noting. Like I actually think the three main casting decisions here: David Corn Sweat as Superman is great. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane I thought was very good, and maybe best of all three of them, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
I said that too. There are some people going off about how he eventually becomes like too over the top and cartoonish, but I'm like, but that's the whole movie. It feels like the whole movie has this kind of aesthetic to it. So when he becomes like just a blubbering mess at the end, and he's just like, his ego's been destroyed. I'm like, that to me is true to his character.
He's such an annoyed, jealous character that every time it was entertaining watching him just like try to abuse his power, or the idea that he's just like, man, it's so annoying that like Superman just has these natural gifts and I had to work for mine, and he's so mad about it. And and he's still ruthless. Like that scene where he does the Russian roulette with the guy just in front of Superman to get answers from him, and he's just like a meaningless dude. He's just a dude that supports Superman. He does no meaning to like the overall plot of superheroes or anything like that. And within the second bullet, he just shoots him in the head. And the gag bit of that moment, which is horrible that there's even a gag bit to that moment because it's a sad moment, and David Cornset's sort of response as an actor is quite painful watching him react to that. Totally. But it's always the Gunn thing, I think, is that he's like, Superman, this is a serious scene for Superman because it's a Superman movie, but it's also a James Gunn movie, so Lex Luthor is going to be a little bit of a shithead about that moment because he's surprised. He's like, damn, I didn't expect it to take I didn't expect it to go on only two. I thought I was going to have like more time to draw this out.
I really loved that. And because then he turns it into something else where he goes, well, I guess I'll just go get somebody else. And it's just the casualness of that, I think, is really crazy. And also in the same scene, it's an alien baby, but they're threatening the life of a baby and just being like, we're gonna kill this baby if you don't work for us.
That's also the elemental This is just the James Gunn flavor of I'm gonna have this like kind of ugly looking alien baby, but I'm also going to put it in danger, and it's a baby. Yeah. So
and then they have a whole sequence where Superman is both fighting and trying to save it, to the degree where there's so much chaos happening that I'm like, I don't really think that this physically works, to be honest, when it comes to saving a baby. But it really doesn't matter. You're just having fun at that point. But putting him in danger is cool. I think that's exciting. And wild.
Yeah, and I do love some of the absurdist like design work that he has, but some of that stuff did get a little bit too CG mush for me.
I
It's a little
agree.
dark.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
all the stuff in the sort of like prison dimension, which I think is cool. Like I think it's a cool concept that like Lex like makes this black hole and he puts the people he doesn't like into this like alien prison inside of
A void, basically. It's terrifying, honestly, when you really think about it.
Yeah, and I liked the whole thing of, you know, they put the Element Man in there with the prison so he can become kryptonite, so Superman, you know, can't break out, and but then he says, "I'll save your baby if you stop fucking kryptoniting me." But they realize, oh shit, he's been poisoned, so Element Man needs to turn into a sun, and then they're going down this whole psychedelic looking like proton river or something. So again, like the ambition of like pure dorky comic book imagery and to make it colorful is something that I think Gunn is just naturally gifted at, and I think that stuff is very cool. I do think it just the way that modern movies look, I think that sequence, you know, became a little bit of an eyesore to look at as it went on, even though it, again, you can see the design ambition behind it, you know.
Totally. And I totally agree with you on that. I liked more the scenes. I liked when it came to the action were more of the things that seem more natural. Like I really liked that baseball stadium fight between Ultraman, who turns out to be his clone or whatever, and then the girl that also like works with with Lex Luthor. Just the way that they're physically moving.
Though that was the sequence where I watched it and I was like, I'm surprised people like it's not that much different than what Snyder did.
Oh yeah, sure. It's just that they were doing these moves that it's like clearly only Superman could do them, so that was cool to see. Like when he grabs the one girl.